Alright, so today I'm going to be doing a big tutorial. Now, I haven't done one of these tutorials in a very long time. And the last time I did them, I didn't show the algorithms on the screen, but this is how to solve a 2x2 easy beginner method. But the thing is this beginner method's not like most beginner methods. I just showed you what I did. That's using a beginner method. I still use it, and I've had record solves of like 2.5 seconds, and I average about a 13-second solve. Now, I used to average about a 7.5, 8, but I took a little break. I regret it. Yeah, so this is the beginner method, easy steps, and it'll show the algorithms on the screen. First step, before you do any algorithms, you need to know the movements. So R, you're going to look at the right side of your cube. R, you push it up, okay? R. Now, R prime, you pull it back down. R prime towards you, R away from you. Now, L is the opposite. L, you go towards you, L prime away from you. And now with U, you're going to turn it to the left and clockwise. And U prime, you're going to turn it to the right counterclockwise. All right, so we're going to start out the full cube, mix it up. Now, of course, one thing to do about getting better at solving this faster once you know the algorithm is just like, as you see here, I can turn it pretty fast. This is a stickerless cube. Stickerless cubes turn faster, in my opinion. I like them. They're better. So, obviously, here you want to find out, like here, I got lucky. I got a good mix-up. So, if you find this, the first step's obviously getting the bottom. So, what you want to do is you want to find one that has the most. Now, for beginners, it's easiest to start off with white, so that's what I'm going to do here. And as you see, we have one white there and another white here. So, just pull that down so they connect. And see, you also want to make sure that the things touching them connect also. So this can make that a lot better. Find your other whites that are there. We have two more connecting, and there's two. We're just going to pull that down. Now, it's not always that easy, and I will show you in this clip other ways that can happen. Okay, so here's the clip to show you other things that can happen when getting your bottom forced. We're going to continue with the white, of course, as I had in the other clip. Now, we have 3 whites here, but look, as you can see, none of the bases connect. So what we're going to do is something I call the right trigger. Now, that only works if it's on the right side, but see, we have one on top, and we need to get that on bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull it over, so it's on top right there. Sorry, right there. And if you drag it down, there's an opening right there for it. So what we're going to do is R, U, 2, R prime. And that's only for the things on top. That algorithm will be on the screen somewhere. And now you've gotten it on the right row to put it in there using the last algorithm. Now, one thing that is helpful is you see how this white right here is next to a pink diagonally connected with another pink that's on the bottom. So what we're going to do is looking at that diagonal, if it is on the right side, which in this case it is, do the right trigger, which the last one was a double right trigger to get the thing off the top. So we're going to look at it and do R, U, R prime. And that will have placed it right on the bottom. And now, as you can see, since we matched up diagonally, we have 2 connecting pieces there. Now, I taught this to my brother, and like literally yesterday. And within just this whole day, he's figured out how to solve it in less than 40 seconds. So it's pretty awesome. And an easy method too. So now, as you can see, we have our last blue, and it's diagonally matched up here. So we're just going to do that again, except now it's on the left side. So once again, on the algorithm, on the screen, the algorithm will show up. L prime, U prime, L. Now, this, of course, will get you, since you matched up diagonally, all of these connecting, which is very helpful. Now, it did take one white out for me. This is the case. And I've told you about the triggers, but we're going to put that in the last place, matched up diagonally, and it's going to be on the right side. So we're going to do R, U, R prime. And just like that, we have solved the bottom layer. So now that you've seen that, and we have our 4 here, including the entire first layer solved, we are going to get onto the top. So always look for the opposite. The opposite of white is yellow. The opposite of green is blue. The opposite of orange is red, but on this cube it's pink. I don't know why, but it just is. Anyways, the opposite of white is yellow. So we're going to try and get that on top, obviously, so they can continue to be opposites. So here we have what I call the part of the frog. You see there's one eye on this side, one eye on this side, and then you have the back. Now, the full frog, you have it like this, and they're all on the same layer. This is a deformed frog, I guess, kind of. But you're going to look at it, so you're facing the eyes, and it'll be like right there on the screen. I don't know, somewhere on the screen. R, U, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R prime. And this will make it so you have your normal yellow frog. I mean, depending on the opposites you want. So once again, face it in the eye of the frog and do R, U, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R prime. And now what this will do is it'll give you 3 cracks in the wall, is what my little brother calls it. You have 1 crack yellow, 2 cracks yellow, 3 cracks yellow. And I can show you other things that could possibly happen in a clip coming up soon. But as you see, you want to look at the 2 cracks that are like this. And you want to have this on the right side. So look at it like that, holding the other crack on your right side. And do R, U, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R prime. And now this should solve the top. And so as I mentioned, there can be different ways that end up happening when you solve the top. Now I told you about the 3 cracks in the walls that had of course, top diagonal with bottom diagonal, and the one back here. Now, the only thing about this is all reversed, because instead of having it where there's a top here, here, and back here, it's here, here, and back here. So instead of holding it like this, we're going to switch it over and hold it like this, completely reversing it. So hold this towards you, and once again, we're going to do that algorithm, R, U, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R prime. Now, the outcome of this will always be reversing it to be normal, of course. 1 crack in the wall, 2 crack in the wall, 3 cracks in the wall is to be normal. R, U, R prime, U, R, U, U, 2, R prime, and it will solve the top. So, yeah. Now, as you notice, we do not have a full top layer. So we're going to need to change that, right? So first, start off by seeing if you have any 2 that are the same on the top layer. If you do, it'll be like this. You want to make it so you have 4, because obviously you'll have the 2 on the bottom when you finish the bottom row, and now the 2 you found on the top row. So you're going to take that and put it on the left side. Now this one will also be on the screen somewhere. L prime, U, R, U prime, L, U, 2, R prime, U, R, U, 2, and R prime. Now that will have solved the cube. I will show you another clip right now that can happen and walk you through it a little more. Okay, so there is a very, very, very small % chance that this happens, but for some reason in this solve I wasn't thinking. I started it as yellow on the bottom. Anyways, I have no 2 on the whole entire top row. Very small % chance it happens. If you do, hold it where you have an L. Okay, it stands for Lucas Cubing. Subscribe, hit the like button, you know. Anyways, hold it where you can see an L. Like, I'd hold it looking at that, because to me, it's an L. So, I'm going to do this algorithm one more time. L prime, U, R, U prime, L, U, 2, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R prime. And this will give you 2, which then you can fit into place just like that. And then, of course, put it on your left. L prime, U, R, U, you know, just like I said in my other step, and it finishes the cube. Once again, very small % chance. But another thing is very small % of you are subscribed. So change that, hit the like button, and subscribe.